She told me the night before she left. No warning. Just a sentence dropped on the living room floor like a knife she didn't care to pick up. "You're not invited to my company retreat," she said, adjusting her suitcase zipper without looking at me. "It's mostly executives. Spouses won't really fit in." I remembered the pause, the way her voice wavered for a second. Too careful. I stared at her passport sitting beside a tie, a man's tie, not mine. When she noticed my eyes lingering, she slid it casually into the side pocket, like hiding a cigarette stub she swore wasn't hers. I didn't speak. Words felt premature. Later, after midnight, I heard soft laughter from the bathroom while she texted someone. Rapid taps, followed by a whispering breath she didn't think I could hear. I should have asked then, but questions require hope. I had already begun letting go of that. In the morning, she kissed my cheek mechanically and rolled her luggage out the door. Her perfume lingered. Sweet. Foreign. 3 hours later, I received the hotel confirmation email, because the corporate booking system still routed it through my name. A message embedded inside read, "Welcome new majority shareholder's wife." Underneath, my own name as sender. My stomach didn't drop. No panic. Only silence. A silence that meant something ancient had died long before I noticed. I closed the laptop. I sat still for a long time, thinking. She wasn't merely taking a trip. She was being escorted somewhere I already owned. On day one, I didn't call, didn't text. Instead, I accessed the travel itinerary through her cloud backup, something she forgot I set up years ago. Hotel suite, shared reservation, her boss's initials listed beside hers. I remembered him, always offering long handshakes, too friendly, too curious about our marriage, his questions disguised as jokes. I replayed moments, small ones, each now sharpened into a blade I couldn't ignore. Her late nights, sudden meetings, the perfume she claimed was a corporate gift and refused to wear around me. Still, suspicion wasn't proof. Not yet. So, I waited. Quietly. The next morning, I contacted an investigator I once used when a partner embezzled funds. I didn't explain. He didn't ask. We understood each other. I told him what hotel to check, which room, which cameras, which security contacts would answer if my name came up. Money wasn't a problem. I made sure of that long before anyone thought to betray me again. Night 3, he sent me a message, "You'll want to see this." I didn't open it. Not yet. I wanted to feel the moment stretching itself tight, like something preparing to snap. When I finally watched the footage, I didn't blink. Her hand slipping into his arm around her waist. Elevator doors closing on an intimacy rehearsed enough to be routine. They smiled as if the world belonged to them. My name, my company, my investment, framing the entrance behind them. I felt nothing. Or maybe I felt everything so quietly it resembled calm. I forwarded the footage to my attorney, then requested ownership documents from the board. Her boss wasn't just sleeping with my wife. He'd been negotiating a minority buy-in using insider information she must have fed him. Interesting. Almost admirable. When she returned home 5 days later, she wore a different perfume. More daring, more certain of herself. Retreat was exhausting, she muttered, dropping her bags. She didn't notice the printed documents sitting on the dining table. Company transfer agreements, camera stills, timestamps. Only when she turned for wine did her eyes land on them. "Where did you—" I raised a hand. Silence. She swallowed hard. Color drained from her. I could see calculations forming behind her pupils, excuses assembling, collapsing, reforming. "Listen, I can explain." I slid a single photograph across the table. Her and him on the balcony. His hand at the small of her back, her lips almost touching his. She covered her mouth. Tears rose instantly, too fast, too rehearsed. I never meant to hurt." "You didn't," I said quietly, and that was the truth. You can't wound a body already numb. Then I placed the hotel gift bag on the table, the card still inside. "Welcome new majority shareholder's wife," it read. My name printed below, because legally she was, for now. Her eyes widened. She reached for it as if touching the card might reverse time. I pressed another document forward. Divorce. Asset separation already drafted. Her voice cracked, thin and small. "You're leaving me?" "No," I said. "You already left." Her breath broke. She sank into the chair, hand trembling. Her world collapsing around her, piece by carefully constructed piece. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't cry. I simply watched the truth settle like cold ash across her expression. Truth is cruel, yes, but only to those who trade in lies. I left the house that night, not dramatically, just walked out with what mattered: my phone, my keys, my clarity. Outside, the air tasted cleaner, sharper, almost unfamiliar. I realized somewhere along the way I stopped loving her. Or maybe I was never given the version of her worth loving. Just a facade, an imitation of loyalty held together with convenience and fear. I didn't need to ruin her. Exposure was punishment enough. Her boss would lose his funding, she'd lose her marriage. The board already knew. By morning, they would too. I didn't need revenge. Revenge implies emotion, attachment. I only needed distance. And distance, finally, was mine. Some betrayals break you. Some rebuild you. This one simply reminded me who I had always been, the man they underestimated. And I don't think she'll ever forget that her downfall began the moment she tried to replace me with someone I already owned. I didn't say goodbye. Goodbyes are for endings that mattered.